Well, welcome to our who knows what podcast.
Ripples and Reflections.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. I was referencing the number. I've lost track now.
Oh, 5.
Okay, well, there you go. Welcome to the 5th edition of Ripples and Reflections. We're doing this one off on the lake. Summer's last hurrah. We had like 80 degrees today. It's October 2nd. Wow. In Minnesota, that's pretty unheard of. Loving it.
We are absolutely loving it. Sad news is we might have more boating days, but because of schedules of getting the dock out of the water, we need to take the pontoon out of the water very soon. So with limited days coming up and weather unpredictable, we wanted to take advantage of tonight. We're hoping to catch a great sunset.
It's starting already. Look behind us.
So not many boats out on our lake this time of year. A lot of the locals are packing up for the season, and many of the visitors aren't coming up, although we did see quite a few today on the road.
Yeah, the weather's been pretty good. So, but typically, Labor Day is the end of it for many of them, and the rest of them by the end of September.
We are going to leave some of our watercraft down by the lake, our kayaks, and hopefully, even if we have to layer up a little bit, we can hopefully get back out onto the water in the next week or 2 or 3, depending upon what Mother Nature throws at us for temperatures and weather, because it's really beautiful to be on the lake with the fall colors and just enjoying the peacefulness of everything.
Yeah, and we'll see. We have a fishing boat, and that lift has wheels, so we may leave that one in and leave the fishing boat in a little bit longer, but we'll take a look at the long range forecast as we get into next week. But in the next 3, 4, 5 days, the pontoon is going to come off the water.
It's very sad. I hope to video that too, because that's quite the process, let's say. It's not one of my favorite processes to be part of, but it's necessary. And we do manage it, the two of us, so I'll try and film that for those of you who have no idea how that's done. So we have to bring up and talk about the Vikings game in Ireland.
Well, you were right. They lost.
Yep. I sadly, I did not want to predict that, but I just felt it in my gut. It was hopeful in the beginning, towards the beginning.
Yeah. Well, you just can't overcome decimated offense. Oh.
We might leave that in because that was pretty funny.
There's still a little bit of wind.
Just a little bit. We have our phone propped up. Forgot to bring a tripod with a selfie stick, so working with what we have here.
Yeah, but the poor Vikings, they just can't overcome a decimated offensive line. If you can't get protection for your quarterback, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, you're not going to be able to control the line of scrimmage and make out. So we'll see how they do against the Browns. I think we've got a session for predictions coming up tomorrow or Saturday.
Probably Saturday.
Yeah, although preview, I don't know.
I need to do some homework before I make any comments on Sunday's game in London. It is in London, right? In the morning?
It is.
All right.
It is in London.
All right.
It's 8:30 Central Time.
Okay. So I have homework to do, and we will watch to see what the injured list is for the Vikings, who's on reserve, who's out, all that fun stuff, all these terms I'm learning this year.
Yeah, the scary part is earlier this week, even our backup center went out. And so if we're on our third center, that's going to be rough. So we'll see. But maybe we'll be surprised, next man up mentality. If they do that, we'll see what happens. We have a few ripples coming through right now as part of our reflections.
And I think that was partly why the phone fell too.
Yeah, we did have one fishing boat leaving the bay, so that's all right though. That's part of the fun.
That is. We love to watch some reality shows, and we stumbled upon one, or he stumbled upon one because he does all the research, that the theme was 007 Bond.
Yeah, it's a British show, hosted and emceed by Brian Cox, great actor, great voice, and they really did the theme well and have contestants go through missions basically to answer questions in the end, but some of them involve some pretty interesting stunts as well that try to replicate some of the Bond movies, and regular people trying to do this. Kudos to them.
Kudos.
They're doing some things, especially with the heights, that there's no way I'm doing that.
No.
Even if I'm thinking back in my younger days, I'm not so sure I'd be doing some of those things. But
you and I out there, we talked about, if we were challenged with that, which one of us would be going up?
Yeah. So some of the very interesting things. Very fun show though. We've binge watched 2 seasons now, and that's all there is. But it was enjoyable. A lot of fun watching regular people doing stunts. One in particular, in the Swiss mountains, Swiss Alps, on a gondola, climbing outside of a gondola that's 100 feet up in the air, and then basically shimmying across the cables to make it to the station. Wow.
Yeah, and they have all the safety equipment. They obviously have safety people on hand, and they're given instructions. They have all the harnesses and everything. But yeah, you don't see the safety people on screen, so it's really interesting. So you're left to believe that these people are doing it themselves, but then of course you see the safety lines on them. But even with safety lines, some of these things are pretty scary,
pretty interesting. But yeah.
But some of the locations too weren't some of the locations where some of the Bond moments were filmed in, which was really neat to see. And I believe when they had music in the scenes, they put captions down at the bottom to remind viewers of what movie it was from.
Yep.
So that was fun. If you couldn't guess, it was really fun. And they had one very special car that a team got to drive a couple of times.
Yep. The classic Aston Martin with the machine guns coming out of the front. Obviously fake machine guns, but nonetheless.
But all the buttons worked. They had a joy. It was fun watching them press all the buttons and make everything happen on the car while they were driving it.
Yep. Yeah, and they got to drive some other nice cars. Very, very cool experience. Very impressive, and kudos to the people who did it, and good for them, by the way. They gave away some really good prizes, and unlike some of the other reality shows, all of the contestants, if they made it to a certain stage, started accruing money.
I like that.
Good money, and it's a British show, so they're doing it in English pounds. But they start off at £25,000 after the first one, and hey, that's $30,000. That's pretty good. And the claim is that if they win the grand prize of £1 million, that it would be tax-free. So I'm assuming they're doing some kind of gross up with the government. Of course, they're handing off the money in Switzerland, so maybe it wasn't a gross up. Maybe here's £1 million British pounds, and obviously Switzerland's not taxing you, but
they literally gave them cash.
Yeah, but if you want to bring it into England, I'm sure you're going to have to declare it, and England will take its cut just like the U.S. would. So.
But we're not tax people. We're not lawyers. We're just speculating.
Yeah. This is speculation on our end. I'm not giving any tax advice here.
But we won't ruin it for you for either season. If anybody won the $1 million, who went, how far they went, we highly recommend you look it up. Which channel was it on?
It's on Prime, Amazon Prime Video.
Highly recommend you look it up. And then while you're watching, challenge yourself to see if you would actually do some of those things.
Yep. Or not, like us.
Like us.
Well, there are some things we would do, but there are some things we wouldn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
They had an interesting thing with scorpions about pulling something out of an aquarium of scorpions, and basically you had to pick up the scorpion by the tail and move it out of the way. Much like that contestant, I'd probably have my wife do that too. No?
I'd be saying, hell no.
No. That one I might do. That one is a little less worrisome. But Anyway, check it out if you're so inclined. If not, well, you heard a good story.
That's right. We will catch you next time on the Ripples and Reflections podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep, likely not from the lake next time, though.